frames there were and glitchiness and all that stuff. So in terms of the speed aspect, that covers it up there. Now let's go and hit on the cameras. Now on the back, we have dual camera setups on both. Like I mentioned before, the iPhone 13 has a wide angle lens and an ultra wide sensor. The 7 Plus has a wide angle lens and a telephoto lens. Now both can do 4K on the back, but the iPhone 13 can do 4K at 60. The front is a pretty big difference as well. The 7 Plus can only do 1080p at 30 on the front. The 13 can do 4K at 60 on the front as well. And definitely when it comes down to it, I mean, you guys can definitely tell the 13 is, probably the smoother camera and everything like that. Now, you do have portrait mode and everything like that, but what's very similar about these phones is that they actually came out with a very big feature. The 7 Plus came with portrait mode, and the 13 now comes with cinematic mode. So this is essentially like portrait mode video, which is really cool. So these two phones kind of share a similarity there. They both brought this cool feature, at least portrait mode here on the 7 Plus and cinematic mode on the 13 series. Now with the 7 Plus, as mentioned before, I still think this is a decent camera. I don't think it's like amazing anymore, and I don't think it's like great. I think it's good enough. It definitely is very pixelated. It looks very choppy. It's not my favorite go-to camera, and I probably wouldn't recommend people to, rely on this phone, but it still gets the job done. And I think that's a pretty important thing. I don't think, if you're not looking for like, hey, this is the best camera in the world, that, I think your expectations will be met. Whereas on the iPhone 13, I mean, this is a solid phone for sure. I mean, this thing has everything going for it. It has great image processing. It has great, ultra-wide sensor capability. Like, this is a beautiful phone. I like the ultra-wide sensor more than the telephoto lens on the 7 Plus, so that's a pretty big advantage for the 13. But either or, you can't really go wrong with either phone, but the 13 by far is the better phone for sure.